Hi there, it's another tarot sesh for Libra. I'm the Can Astrologer. My name is Abby, and this is your full moon reading for May, oh my goodness, for May 2025. Something significant could have happened in February, something significant could have happened in March, or maybe it's like maybe you could have seen someone or visited a place during those times, and it's like you're revisiting or you go back to. It's interesting because the song that I had on pre-shuffle for you, Libra, when I was getting the cards together, it's called Waves by Mr. Probs. He's like a Dutch R&B artist. It's kind of an older song, but it's on the album Against the Stream. And so some of the lyrics: my face above the water, my feet can't touch the ground. Clarification. Slowly drifting away, wave after wave, and it feels like I'm pulling against the stream. And then he goes on to say, like, I wish I could make it easy to love me. It talks about like revisiting, going back around and around again, like in a relationship or some kind of a situation, right? And one person is being pulled one way, the other person is being pulled the other way, and it's like you see each other, and it's almost like that saying, two ships going by or whatever, but someone, slowly drifting away. So underneath the deck, we've got Mabudi, and it's the key, like the answer. Somebody has the key to something. Somebody is the key to something. Somebody has the answer. Somebody is the key holder, is what I'm channeling. There's something that is the key, something that could unlock the potential for something more. And that's like underlying energy of this reading. Yeah, because then on top of the deck, we've got Gateway Vision. And someone's standing at the gate. Someone has a vision. I'm seeing vision of love. That's the key. Love is the key. Love could be the key. Somebody's standing at the gate. Now, this is kind of like the gate to heaven, but also this card is kind of like the gate to it all, right? Someone's about to step through. Someone's about to make things happen. Like walk through the gate, and it opens you up to a whole new type of life. A whole new world, right? Somebody could have strong vision. Somebody could be a seer. Somebody could have seen it the entire time. What do we have for Libra? Higher peace, power, protection, and prosperity for the greater good, so mote it be. So welcome back, Libra. For my returning subscribers, you guys know that at the end of every year, I do a predictions reading for the full moons. And so then we journal everything, and then we talk about it every single month throughout the whole next year. And so I'm going to be going over all of that at the end of your reading once we've gotten everything out on the table, and we can see how it lines up with my predictions from last December. So, and also welcome back. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure that you smash that subscription button, like and share at any time that any parts of this message resonates with you. Okay, underneath the deck we have the 5th house. So the 5th house is, what is the 5th house? The 5th house is about family, right? 5th house, I serve. Oh, I'm sorry, the 5th house is about how you serve, as in romance. It is a little bit about family. It's romance, fun, creativity, children, pleasure. It's like personal creativity. Also, the I want. It's ruled by Leo, sun energy. That's the 5th house. Some of you could have strong Leo placements in your chart, like a Leo moon or a Leo rising. And then we have trine. This is interesting. This just came up in, I want to say, the Gemini reading. So a trine is when there's two planets and they're, I think it's 120 degrees or it could be 60 degrees. But when they're that close to each other and they form a triangle, but I said in the other reading, in order for a triangle to happen, you have to have a third element, right? So I feel like there could be a third person, a third element, a third situation to this situation, to this relationship. Like a third party. For some of you, this is like a romantic third party, but for others of you, this is just like, it could be like a mother or a mother-in-law or a job or something like that. That's like, I don't want to say gets in the way, but has a huge factor into how this works. Now, I will say, however, a trine is extremely beneficial when it works in unison with the sun, which is the 5th house ruler. So this partnership that someone is looking at could be the key. Someone could have had a vision with this partnership. Someone could have known and the entire time. Because I had just said someone knew the entire time. Someone saw it the entire time. Now the other person could just be waking up to it and realizing. A lot to do with pleasure. This could be a very pleasurable connection. Okay. What do we have for Libra, please? Higher peace, power, protection, prosperity for the greater good. For my returning subscribers, you guys know that I have a lot of Libra placements in my chart as well. So I tend to resonate and favor your readings. So underneath the deck, the underlying energy going into this is the 4 of Swords. That's Libra energy, air sign energy. And so this is somebody who's maybe in a period of like going ghost, or you guys are so good at that. Just deep thinking, deep analytical thinking, taking some time out for some mental rest and relaxation, some R&R. You may be thinking about things, taking some time out to think about things before making the next move, taking the next step. Let's get 3 cards for Libra for the month of May 2025. What is the full moon reading for Libra May 2025? What do they need to know? Okay, we start out with the 6 of Pentacles, okay. Finances are balancing out, or you want to balance out some finances with a person. Okay, I'm hearing, geez, that was like yelling in my head. Keep going. So, 2 cards came out together. I'm going to read those together. Okay. Oh, that's why. Okay, one more, please. Really? That's a cliffhanger. It'll come out in the oracle. Okay, that's what I heard. 10 of Staffs. Okay, something's over. Something has ended for better or for worse. It could have been a relationship. It was like a very passionate relationship. Could have been with a fire sign. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. Also something that was very burdensome. It carried a lot of weight, carried a lot of responsibility. Now, the thing with 10 of Wands is, and it could have been either having to do with a relationship, or rather, like whether it's romantic or platonic, or work-related, something that you're passionate about, like career, business, finance, passion projects, things like that. The thing with 10s is 10s are endings, but they're also beginnings, because 1 + 0 = 1. So it's like once you lay down the burden of this 10 of Wands, it's like then you can start a new cycle with something better, right? Something that you want to do. Or someone. Um, so we start out with the Six of Pentacles. This is either in the past or recent past, or it could be still current energy, but like something is balanced out. Has to do with finance, material things, anything having to do with like cash, money, coin, finance, material things, wealth, anything like that, right? And it's balanced out. You may have gotten paid, you may have gotten a tax return, right? Like it could be anything. But then we have the Six of Cups, which is working together. Could be people with people from your past, people that you've known since childhood, people that bring out your childlike energy. But also it's like working together. This also could be marriage for some of you, but the marriage will be successful financially, which I like that because that's that trine energy. That's like working together in a working, loving relationship where it's a lot of work, but also like you make money off of it and stuff. Very successful. I like it. Something, if it's not romantic, it's just it's working together with people, maybe from your past, but working together like financially in some kind of a partnership. There's going to be some kind of message that comes through, or some kind of fast-moving action that's going to happen. I wanted to dig deeper, but that's what clarifications are for. So let's get into that. It also, you could be getting a download from the divine about whatever this is. This situation could have ended. That could be the burden maybe that you're ending or that you're letting go of. And then a message comes in. What do we have for Libra? I feel like I was gonna say, I feel like it may be, for some of you, it may be like more so like a new cycle. For others of you, it could be an ending. Something's coming crashing down. The Tower energy, always expect the unexpected. This is Fire Mars energy. It's seeking change in options. There's some kind of collapse or upheaval or destruction of something. Foundational shift. Like, Tower moments are when something crumbles to the ground, to its structural foundation, right? The bright side, the benefit of the Tower is that then it can be rebuilt again, right? So it is kind of like a 10 of staffs, right? Because then you have options, which is right behind that. And, you know, staying strong through something, staying strong through something, you have the opportunity for Ace of Pentacles, which is what I see, a partnership with someone that has the potential for major success. That's what Ace of Pentacles is all about. Major success, new projects, wealth, abundance, security, right? And it could just be by connecting with the right person who has the right connections. Guess what's right behind that? The Empress. Now, this is somebody that you could have walked away from in the past. With the Five of Cups energy, there was heartbreak in the past. But they're a hard worker. There's something about this person, or you. Somebody wants to work on it, or somebody's like a master of what they do. And it brings in the Ten of Pentacles, damn, and the world behind it. And so then I see somebody wants to go back and, yeah, send a message. Two of Cups. Okay. I'm not going to keep going because that's really getting nosy, because energy always changes. It's all based on a person's free will, right? The main thing is that, you know, when these energies come up, it's like, if you vibe, if you resonate with a message, it's, you know, depending on the message itself, it's, you know, you have to take action on it in order for it to actually come to fruition or manifest. And so there's that. That could be the message, right? But always expect the unexpected. There's some kind of a Tower moment, something that's going to change everything. Towers also don't need to be bad. And they're also the energy of Scorpio. You could be dealing with a Scorpio or have it somewhere strong in your chart. What is the Six of Pentacles for Libra, please? Sorry if the camera is shaking also. I had to change the camera setup. People were commenting on my chest and whatnot. So it's like, you know what? I'm just going to change the camera. Okay, so we've got the Ace of Wands. This is a passionate new beginning. Somebody wants to balance things out, maybe help somebody out financially even, but also start a passionate new beginning. And again, wands could be passionate as in, you know, with a relationship or with a business. So it could be some kind of passionate new beginning in a business structure. What is the Six of Cups and the Three of Pentacles? I like that energy. I really do. The Six of Pentacles again. That's balancing things out with money. Helping someone out. Sharing your success builds more success. It's just like karma. Like what you put out into the universe comes back 3 times 3, 10 times 10, whatever it is that you believe in. Right? I like that energy. What is the Eight of Staffs? What is the Eight of Staffs? 2 cards want to fall out. I'll take them. Underneath the deck, we have the Eight of Swords. Okay, Libra, this is so you. It's Gemini energy. You could be dealing with a Gemini, or maybe there's an end to some type of a Gemini. But it's like as someone's stuck in their head. Oh, that's what it is. Someone has ended being stuck in their head. With the Ten of Staffs. Someone's getting out of their head. It seems like you're blocked, but you can still take a step. Right. So somebody's ending that energy so that they can move forward and decide what they want to do. Yeah, that's good. That's real good. Wow. Because somebody's making a decision with the Two of Swords, using their intuition, listening to their inner voice when making choices with the High Priestess. The High Priestess is the tarot card reader of the Zodiac. Okay. And it's water energy, so it could be Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. You could have it somewhere strong in your chart. Trust your own counsel first. That's the whole point behind the High Priestess. So it's like trusting your own counsel first, using discernment, using your own judgment. And then the Two of you guys, and then the Two of Swords is Libra energy. That's you. So it's like the High Priestess and Libra, the tarot card reader and Libra, both saying the same thing. It's like using your inner voice, listening to your inner voice when making choices. There could be changes, fluctuations, but it's all based on wisdom, sound judgment, common sense, awareness, and intuition. Big decisions. And that's when so there could be a decision being made, and then messages coming in. Somebody is getting out of their head. I love that. Could have to do with family, relationships, the 5th house, creativity. Could be like a work romance type of relationship. Or structure. It doesn't, like when I say relationship, doesn't have to be romantic. It can be platonic or, as it pertains to like business only. But everybody's situation is going to be different. What do we have for Libra? Higher peace, power, protection, and prosperity. Live life to the fullest. I love that energy. Yeah. I think, bottom of the deck, like that's what somebody's really worried about. That's what somebody really wants, is to be able to live life to the fullest. But now realizing that they can do it by giving, sharing, balancing things out with other people. It's not just like my way or the highway. It's, life is meant to be shared. Life is meant to be experienced with other people. And someone's realizing that it doesn't have to be multiple people. Like it can be enjoyed. And there can be other things that are enjoyed between by sharing, giving, and receiving by just a few, while still living life to the fullest, experiencing everything. What's meant to be experienced. What's meant, like, what am I trying to say? It's like the things that are meant to be experienced. So someone needs to face your adversities. But once you do, it's like that brings in the biggest blessings. It's kind of like facing your demons and learning all their names, right? It's kind of like once you put it all out on the table, you realize that it's not nearly as bad as what you first thought. And then you can deal with it. Slice it up, dice it up, divide it however you need to, but it's really, it's beautiful energy. Somebody needs to get something out on the table, and that's what this Eight of Staffs energy could be. Messages coming in. It could be a conversation. Making the next step. Ooh. And what is that going to be? Somebody wants to get out of their head. Somebody wants passion. Yes, they do. Someone wants to help someone out of the cold. Worrying changes nothing. You have to decide your next step, because they're currently in a hanged man position, deciding how to approach the Empress for a successful, quick outcome. And they're holding on to it. Okay, so we have underneath the deck number 44, awareness, attention, reality, and connection, presence. Somebody's noticing all the little things. Somebody's taking notice of, like a bumblebee flying by, and the importance that it plays in the ecosystem of the entire world. A tiny little insect, a tiny little thing, but what an important role that it makes, right? Somebody is realizing that about another person, and what role they have played in that person's life. The presence that person has made, or that impact that person has made in someone's life. And they're coming to an awareness, and it's been brought to their attention now. It's become part of their reality, and they're feeling a connection, to this. And look how, she's looking. She's, like, happy about it. She's realizing, like, that person or that situation or that thing or whatever, like, really, is an important part of what's helped me develop, right? Top of the deck, we have number 37, seeing. Somebody could be 37 years old. Somebody could be 44 or approaching 44. Perspective, truth, knowledge, and clarity. Somebody sees the truth now. They realize somebody's role, or the presence, somebody's role, somebody's presence, like the importance of it. So seeing is all about perspective, truth, knowledge, and clarity. Yeah, they've gained clarity. They're seeing the importance. 3 plus 7 is 10. And again, 10s are endings, but they're also beginnings. So this could be the new beginning, right? This could be the new start. What do we have for Libra? Last but not least, for the reading. Where are we at? 24 minutes? Okay, we're good. For Libra, please. Yeah, I see maybe somebody needs or wants, they're kind of like hesitating or kind of scared of having a conversation. But once, it's like they need to get out of their head. There's nothing to fear but fear itself. And really what this does is it starts a whole new cycle. So underneath the deck, we have number 27. So the 27th could be significant of the month, or it could be somebody's birthday. It's my favorite number. It's my birthday. But it's the awakening. Somebody's having an awakening. I said that earlier. Somebody is having clarity. They're gaining knowledge. They're they're seeing the truth, they're seeing the light, and they're realizing, Eureka, so this is why somebody was in my life. You know, I see it now. I understand now. The awakening. They're having an awakening. Greenwood. Top of the deck, 22 rainbow. Feel at peace. I love that. So somebody has been seeking peace. That's all somebody wanted in their world. And I feel like this person is peace. You know, they feel at peace with this person. The presence of this person brings peace. It makes them feel fifth house, like home, like family, like, you know, also pleasure, sensual, you know, things like that. But it's like, somebody is the missing key. Like, that's the thing. Maybe it is like, you know, somebody maybe has success. Maybe somebody has, you know, the money, the wealth, or you know, security or whatever, but they just don't have a person, or they just don't have the relationship, or any of those combinations, right? And now they're finding the missing piece, the key to everything, love, but it's the presence of somebody, someone that makes them feel at peace. And they see this now. They just have to face their own adversities in order to let this type of energy in. Also, 2 + 2 = 4. 4 is about house, home, stability, foundation. It can mean a literal roof over your head. And then 44, 4 + 4 is 8. 8 is about messages. It's also about walking away from one thing in order to walk towards another. Okay, so somebody wants to feel at peace. Excuse me. Somebody sees the truth now. And all they want to do is live life to the fullest, but now it's like they're realizing living life to the fullest can also include the presence of someone else. So that's what I got for that. Waves. Yeah. Somebody could have been feeling like they were on waves, like quite on, like missing somebody, drifting away from somebody this whole entire time, when in fact, like, they were in front of that person for a reason the entire time. And now they see the truth. Is it too late? I don't know. I don't think so. There's messages coming in that somebody needs to talk about it. But speaking of talking about it, let's now look at what the May predictions. Just saw 28 on the clock. The 28th could be significant. That could be somebody's birthday. Okay, so May. Our full moon is on the 12th at 9:56 a.m. It's at Pacific Daylight Time. That's on a Monday in this time zone. So it's the Scorpio full moon, or the flower full moon. And we also have Pluto retrograde happening during this time, May 4th through October 14th. Now, Pluto retrograde, when Pluto's in retrograde, because we're currently Aquarius, Pluto in Aquarius, it's a time of deep introspection related to transformation, alignment, and future changes. So somebody, like, not somebody, everybody, this like affects the entire general collective, right? This is a time where people are going to be thinking about their futures, right? So deep introspection about, you know, reflecting on the past, but, you know, focused on how is that going to affect and how do they want it to affect their futures. So the cards that we pulled are the Three of Pentacles. And you guys have the Three of Pentacles all throughout your reading. It's about working together, so that's on point. Emerging into grace. And I feel like that's what somebody wants to talk about. I see reconciliation all over this, okay? Somebody wants to live life to the fullest, but somebody also wants a person in their presence, right? And so it's somebody emerging into grace with this High Priestess energy. They see it, right? Then we have 21, resilience, waxing gibbous number 5. Now, 5s are all about change of direction. And this resilience, somebody weathered the storm, right? They're coming out on top of the turmoil. They are very resilient. They're still here standing after however many, times this may have occurred. Or, just take it as it resonates. Regardless, then we have number 3, Rosemary, Ancient Memories. So again, I was talking about this being a time of reflection. Rosemary is great for, thinking back to, okay, there's 2 things here with this, and for time's sake, I'm going to go quickly. Some of you could be getting ancient, downloads, spiritual downloads with the 8 of Staffs from your ancestors, spirit guides. That's activating ancestral DNA. DNA within you from your ancestors. And so ancient memories, ancient wisdom, that kind of thing could be popping up, and you're like, how do I know all of this? And it's innate. It's within you, right? Some of you, right? And I said 2 things there, didn't I? Others of you could be getting actual messages from just another person, and they're coming in. And that's what the Rosemary Ancient Memories. Well, anyway, I was talking about it in another reading. So, but cook with it, bake with it. Rosemary's wonderful to work with. Tonics, it's very healthy for you. I like to, clarification, I like to string it in my showers and shower with it, and it makes your shower smell like a spa. It's great. Then the next card was the first quarter moon in Aries card. Step into your power. This is time of stepping up, using your voice, stepping into leadership, making decisions, setting boundaries. I said what I said, right? But in the best of ways, in the most, emperor of ways. You also could be dealing with Aries or have it somewhere strong in your chart. Then we also got lion skin tolerance for the crystal oracle. Somebody could be tolerating a situation or has tolerated a situation for far too long, or having to exercise tolerance in order to get through a situation. But I feel like, you're doing that. And then last but not least, I started using the Astro Dice at the end of the year. It's based on the 3 main principles of astrology. And so we rolled Uranus, Pisces in the 10th house. And when you combine those 3 things, it means a humanitarian and compassionate approach to one's career. Okay, so this is talking about working together with others, which is clear and prevalent through your reading as well, but it's also like helping another person step up. And by helping that person step up, it's like karma, right? What you put out into the world will come back to you. You help somebody up, you'll be helped up in some way too. The universe will help you up or whatnot. But yeah, I feel like somebody's saying that. Or like you could be doing something for a charity, or you could, work with nonprofits or something like that. Any of that, if any of this resonates with you, that could be, clarification that this message is meant for you. So that said, if any of this resonates with you, make sure that you like, share, subscribe. Please drop a comment in the comments below. Clarification. I love getting feedback from my collective and those who follow the channel. If you're interested in a personal reading where we dive down deeper into your actual personal, storyline, just contact me. I have all of my booking information in the description below this video. And as you know, it's together we grow. I always love sharing this time and energy with you. I look forward to reading for you in the near future. I'm going to be posting more videos throughout the month. Make sure you also check out your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mars signs too for additional messages. And I'll see you guys on the flip side. I hope you have a fantastic May, and y'all take care. Peace.